Rich Homie Quan, rapper, was arrested. The Atlanta rapper was on his way to perform at Club Liquids in Wadley, Georgia on Saturday night, May 27th, when he was stopped at a police checkpoint. He was stopped on suspicion of carrying a stolen gun and drugs. An update to the story says that he has now been charged, not with possession of a gun, that charge has been thrown out, or he was never charged with that, but he's been charged with felony possession of marijuana. There's the possibility with the felony possession of marijuana in the state of Georgia that he could face up to 30 years in prison. Not for the possession of a gun. He was not charged for that. He's being charged with felony possession of marijuana. I'm not quite sure the threshold, the amount. In fact, I believe I was reading that in Georgia it's irrelevant as to how much he was actually possessing, how much he had on his person, but it's the fact that he actually had marijuana. He can face up to 30 years for possession of marijuana. Not cocaine, not heroin, hell, not even something as dangerous as cigarettes, not even something as dangerous as caffeine. He could face a potential of 30 years in prison for marijuana. There are some references to the fact that he may have had ecstasy on him, but the charge itself is not regarding ecstasy. The charge itself is not regarding any possession of a firearm. The charge is felony. This is not really a statement so much as to the problem that Rich Homie Quan is going to go through. This is a problem of Georgia state law and the disposition across the country with regards to marijuana. I've had a lot of stories, a lot of reporting on the movement to legalize and to decriminalize marijuana, but there are still some states that have such a draconian approach to marijuana. Hell, even the federal government's approach, treating it as a class 1 drug. I mean, we have this relationship with marijuana in the United States such that we have people spending an insane amount of time in prison over something that is not as dangerous as cigarettes that you can go and buy in the gas station right now. And Rich Homie Quan looks like he is going to be facing this uphill battle. He was just getting ready to restart his career, of which I really don't know much about his career, to be honest with you. However, I do know that there are too many instances of people facing these types of charges, particularly African-American men facing these types of charges, when in another state, you can grow your own marijuana. In Massachusetts, you can grow up to 6 plants. Don't ask me why I know. In Massachusetts, I mean, all across the country, the treatment and the relationship we have with marijuana is changing. And here we are in the state of Georgia, or there they are in the state of Georgia, treating it as though it was something as illicit as heroin. And now we have an Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, who believes marijuana is the most evil drug known to man, and he's coming down on people across the country accordingly.